This guy is a video guide on how to solo both the Thrallway and Deathsinger encounters in the Crow's End raid. We're going to start off with the Throwaway Encounter. The Thrallway is similar to the Abyss in that you'll be encountering lots and lots of Thrall at once, so you're going to have to be able to deal with large crowds. I'm still using bad juju here to pick off Thralls. I use my high impact sniper rifle, the 1000-yard stare, to pick off a Shrieker. It will take 3 shots to down one of those Shriekers. I then use Fist of Havoc, using the damage over time to keep the AI from attacking me, and snipe out the second Shrieker. I use Twilight Garrison and Shoulder Charge to avoid its bolts, and run straight for the exit. You can get the chest here, and I'll probably make a video guide of how to do that in the next video, but now we're just focusing on getting you through the whole raid. Now we're moving on to the Deathsinger encounter. Yep, the Throwaway was pretty short. Here you're going to want to deal as much damage as possible against very few targets in as little time as possible. So the Jallarhorn, Raise Lighter, Sleeper Simulant, Icebreaker and Abyss Defiant for wizards are particularly useful. The Abyss Defiant is useful in particular because it can stun wizards, blinding them and preventing them from being able to attack you. And there are 3 wizards in this encounter: the wizard on the left, the wizard on the right, and EU, the main enemy of this encounter. Head to the left side first, because that's where you're going to want to take care of, as it will spawn a lot more adds on that side than it will on the right side. 3 shots from a high impact sniper rifle, my 1000-yard stare, downs the Shriekers just like it did back in the Throwaway. We're going across to the right side now, and attack the Shrieker and the wizard on that side. The wizard is one shot by the Raise Lighter, which makes it excellent for use here, and similarly the Sleeper Simulant does massive damage. Icebreaker can be used on both the wizard and the Shrieker at a safe distance, and Abyss Defiant can be used to stun the wizard, as before mentioned. I placed down a lightning grenade there because I've noticed that I only have 2 rounds in my 1000-yard stare, which isn't enough to kill it. I fire into the Shrieker twice instead of 3 times, and the lightning grenade that I've placed below it does the rest of the damage. Paying attention to your ammo count can help you out in situations such as this, as I otherwise certainly would have died to those 2 knights attacking me. Now that both wizards and both Shriekers are cleared, I can leisurely take my time in removing the rest of the adds before attacking EU. I'm trying not to waste my heavy ammo here because I want to use the Raise Lighter on EU. It takes about 3 uppercuts to take care of EU. Be careful when you're going into the room, because EU can blast you with her arc energy. Here, Raise Lighter's auto aim goes off very slightly, and I'm not able to get any hits in. EU has a state where she'll be safe from Raise Lighter's uppercut, which is where she's floating slightly higher than normal after using her arc electricity. So you want to get her immediately after using it, and then she'll be floating closer to the ground so you can uppercut her. With any of the other recommended weapons this isn't a problem because they have range, whereas Raise Lighter has to be used up close and personal. Raise Lighter is worth it though for the massive damage that it affords. Jallarhorn is pretty much the rocket launcher equivalent of Raise Lighter, so if you have Jallarhorn, use that instead. I do have Jallarhorn, but I'm just a Raise Lighter kind of guy. I wait for her to drop down after using the arc electricity, and then the Raise Lighter comes through for me. The Sleeper Simulant can one-hit kill her to the head, so of course that one's very viable in this encounter. However, it won't do so good against this section where you have to kill all of the other adds that have spawned. This is where we slowly progress onto the left side and take out everything as we go. You don't need to kill these Thralls because some sort of strange glitch will happen which will cause them to randomly despawn, but if they're proving an annoyance to you like they were to me, take them out. I'm not using heavy on this Hallowed Knight because I want to save it for the Sword Knights that will spawn. I'll show you some tricks to spawn killing the Sword Knights, because the sooner you take care of this, the sooner you can get your sweet loot and continue on to Crota himself. I uppercut the 2 Sword Knights. Raise Lighter's uppercut is a 1-shot. This door is where most of the Sword Knights will spawn from, so if you wait by this door and pay attention to your radar, then you'll see them about to come out. Then you'll be able to attack them. Here I see him, uppercut him, wait for him to be pulled out of the safe zone of the doorway, and then uppercut him as well. I wait by the door to make sure there aren't any more knights, but I also wait in just about a safe distance that I'll be able to zoom out, see them on my radar, pull out the raised lighter, and quickly deliver an uppercut if they do pop out. I'm fairly sure there are no more enemies coming from there at this point, so I progress onwards. Moving on to the artillery platform. I call it that because there are often a lot of knights with boomers up here from the left side earlier. I make sure that there are no knights coming from the door behind me, and then I go to uppercut these two. I have my Fist of Havoc charged, so I decide to use it here to clear out anything that might be around that corner. I take out every single acolyte and deal a lot of damage to the knights. I still remain in cover, making sure there aren't any coming from behind me. I began to gradually clear out the knights. Here is where the encounter begins to wind down. It'll only spawn one more knight from the door just to the left of me right now. I see it coming on my radar, pull out my sword, turn to fight it. And then I drop my loot. Once all the Hallow Knights are dead, you can get that sweet, sweet No Land Beyond and continue on to Crota. And from now on it's just ad killing. You've pretty much done it. It's only Crota that's left. If you want to speed up this process, then you can just go and kill yourself rather than killing all of the ads. And I mean that in the nicest way possible. Just jump off the edge of the map, and yeah, you skip straight to Crota. Here I'm clearing out the ads just to show you how to do it in a flawless run though.